What is up, guys? My name is Kameding, and today I have another episode of things we want to see in Unturned 4.0. Thanks so much to everyone who commented their opinions on what they'd like to see be added last week. Here are a couple of comments that I received. Silent Kill says that he'd like to be able to scavenge dead bodies once you kill them, or if they're dead, just be able to scavenge them instead of all their loot just scattering all around the floor. I love this idea a lot, and I 100% agree with Nelson to add this. I'm pretty positive he will be adding this into Unturned 4.0. Another key feature I think that should be added with this is if you're holding like a gun and you have a knife in your secondary slot, that those should be dropped on the ground. But the body, you have to press E on the body or something, and that has all the loot. I like that idea extremely. Or whatever you're holding. Let's say if I'm holding a piece of food, I think that should drop with the gun. I like the idea, and I think that should 100% be implemented. Public Domain asked for better vehicle physics, which I'm sure we all want this to be done, because if you do not know for some odd reason, but I'm sure all of you guys know, Unturned's 3.0 vehicle physics is very bad, and I'm sure we'll see some improvements in this, or at least I hope so. But I know a lot of people in the community want to see better vehicle physics, so I'm sure Nelson will be looking more into this. Now, let's go on to the nitty-gritty of episode 2. Now, Unturned at its current state is very low in players. Right now, we have the lowest player count that we have seen since 2015. So it's safe to say that the game is dying, and Unturned 3.0 might have a little jumps up in there, but basically it's gone. It's not gonna really bounce back up. So let's just drop that and let's make Unturned great again in 4.0. Now, in this week's episode, I really want to talk about the survival aspect of the game. I talked about the raiding last week, and many people seem to be a little peeved off at me that I was talking about only PvP. Well, I'm sorry to all you guys. I know Unturned 3.0 is supposed to be a survival game. I know a lot of you guys want to see 4.0 leaning more towards that PvE aspect, and that's why today it is all about PvE. Right now, Unturned isn't a survival game at all. At least it really doesn't feel like it to me. Game mechanics like, let's say, the rain barrel, let's say berry bushes, let's say farming, let's say fishing, all of these big survival mechanics, and there's probably many more, they're not getting used because you don't need them. You can walk into a city, get food, get drinks to last you days or even weeks, walk into the police station in the city, might find a cobra just like that. Next thing you know, the game just turned into a free-for-all shooter game with no survival elements at all. And that's how 3.0 stands right now. Right now, there is no worrying about dying to the environment because it doesn't happen. Zombies need to be a bigger threat that can actually kill you much easier than what the zombies can do right now. And hopefully the zombies will have free roaming. Not only that, but Unturned 4.0 should implement animals that are actually dangerous and could possibly kill you. So not only zombies we should be worrying about, but animals as well, making the survival element even bigger. And I think the more this game leans toward a PvE, the less toxic the community will really turn out to be. Maybe that's just in my eyes, but I really think, because right now, let's be honest, Unturned 3.0, it's a toxic community, and that needs to be changed. And I think if we change Unturned 4.0 to being more survival than what it is right now, because right now it just feels like a battlefield, if we change that, it can really possibly be done. But going back on topic, we shouldn't be able to run into a town and be able to get everything we need to survive for weeks on end. We should have to collect rain and drink that, or even maybe boil the seawater. We should have to go hunting or fishing or even farm for our food. There should be more harsh temperatures that can overheat us, making us use more water, or even freeze us and make us craft campfires. Crafting should be a bigger deal as well. That's a whole nother basically episode I can talk about. Crafting is basically useless. You can play Unturned 3.0 without crafting a single thing besides maybe some buildings, and you'll be fine. Crafting needs to be a lot more implemented. If you look at any other survival game, it's all about crafting. Right now, there's really no crafting involved, in my eyes at least. Also, guns should be a lot more rare. Ammo should also be a lot more rare. And if this does happen, we will see less players using ammo crazily, just shooting up everyone. We need to make people use ammo scarcely. That way, just like I said, this will make the community a lot nicer and hopefully will bring people more together. And I'm sure there's even more survival mechanics that I didn't even say, but that can be easily added into Unturned 4.0. And that's where I want you guys to comment down below. What would you like to see, some survival elements that you would like to see added into Unturned 4.0? Because I know there's a whole ton. And if you are leaning towards that side, oh wait, I like the PvP kit servers, I like the battlefield servers, I do think they should still make servers like that, such as the arena server. I think Nelson could even possibly make a Unturned battle royale inside of the game, which I think will drive a lot of people towards the game. I know a lot of people are against the battle royale scene. I don't exactly know why, because battle royales are heck ton of fun, but I really do think that would bring in more players. Now, one last note I do want to say is let's go and take a look at Unturned's introduction on the Steam store. It says, you are a survivor in the zombie-infested ruins of society and must work with your friends and forge alliances to remain among the living. But wait a minute, let's actually play Unturned 3.0 for the thousands hours that I've been playing it, and I don't feel like a survivor at all. Honestly, I feel like a soldier, not fighting the environment, but fighting just players. I feel like I'm on a battlefield. Zombies also are not a threat, and I rarely see any players actually forming alliances unless it's already alliances that they're grouped with. I never seen two groups maybe come together and form an alliance. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but it hasn't happened enough. Now, to wrap things up, I know Unturned 3.0 is the game that we as a community really came and grown to love. And don't get me wrong, I do love Unturned 3.0. As much trash as I'm talking about it, I do love it. But I do hope for some changes to be made to this game for Unturned 4.0 that really sides with the PvE element, because after all, this is a survival game. I just hope for there to be a lot more survival than there is right now. But that wraps things up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like the video if you enjoy, subscribe if you are new, and a shameless plug here, I do have a Discord. You are welcome to join it. I am very active on it, and I talk all the time to anyone who wants to talk to me. So make sure to join that if you would like. And until next week's 4.0 video, see you guys later.